Hello, Colin Hung here at the 2025 eClinicalWorks Enterprise Summit. The company gave us a free pass to attend this event, but they have not had any input into this video and do not have any idea what I'm about to say. This is the third year in a row that we, as Healthcare IT Today, have been here at this conference, and it gives us a very unique opportunity to see the progress being made on the promised features that were announced in the prior year. Once again, eClinicalWorks has lived up to their promises that they made 1 year ago. If you go back to the video from 2024, you will see that we highlighted the company's push to integrate its AI technology, called Suno AI, and its EHR platform. At this year's conference, Girish Navani, eClinicalWorks CEO, demonstrated Suno AI Fusion, which more tightly integrates their AI capabilities and their EHR. So instead of the AI output being on the right side of the user interface in a panel, the output from the ambient listening now is directly accessible in the progress note. It's kind of like having inline comments and edits rather than all the comments on the side like you would in Word or in a PDF. It is much easier for the users to edit and refine and make decisions. Last year, Navani also promised to be more open and play nice with other members of the health IT ecosystem. At this year's summit, he talked about the continued investment that the company has made into their APIs. He even mentioned how they are having deeper integrations and more seamless integrations with companies like Point-Click Care. Here at Enterprise Summit 2025, eClinicalWorks did have a couple of reveals. They continued to push for a future where the new UI is no UI. So instead of having users manipulate icons or buttons on a screen, the company showed off a new concept of a voice-controlled EHR, where clinicians simply speak to an AI assistant that can summarize data from the EHR and, in fact, execute commands using plain English. The eClinicalWorks team did a live demonstration on stage here where a clinician was talking to the AI on the phone and carrying on what seemed like a very normal conversation, as if they were speaking to a human personal assistant. What was most impressive was how the AI was able to keep up with what the clinician was doing, jumping around back and forth to different patients and different appointment times, and asking the virtual assistant to order tests, send information to other clinicians, set reminders, and even make a referral. Now, to do this, they used some smart glasses that had a camera and a microphone. This was a bit gimmicky, but it did get the point across. And Navani did mention that down the road, they do have some plans for that built-in camera in the glasses. But putting that aside, it was easy for me to see how this technology and this ability could have a benefit for a lot of small practices out there who do not have the budget for a full-time staff to do this kind of work. It could also help larger clinics reduce and redeploy people who may be doing this kind of a job. My big takeaway, though, is how the clinician can just use plain English to execute commands inside the EHR. The feature that got most people excited, though, was Hello Genie. This solution will help divert inbound calls to an AI agent that can handle common questions, things like lost passwords, how to log in to the patient portal, confirming an appointment, or whether the lab results are available yet. I actually spoke to a few eClinicalWorks customers to find out more about why they are excited about it.
What is most exciting to me is the capability of using AI to help with phone calls that come in the office. The platform is called Genie, and essentially it's going to use an AI bot to help answer questions, which will, I think, improve customer service by people not waiting on the phone if they just want a simple answer. And it's going to also, I think, reduce some of our costs by having fewer staff that need to handle questions that could be answered by something already connected to the system.
Once again this year, the feature that got the biggest applause from the audience was something very simple: the automation to execute simple tasks based on inbound faxes. Now, last year at this same event, the company introduced the ability through AI to automatically match inbound faxes to a patient record. That was a welcome enhancement that saves a lot of time for a lot of eClinicalWorks users. This year, eClinicalWorks further enhanced that feature and can now do certain simple tasks based on what it sees in the fax. So now all the clinician has to do is click a button and have the system execute that task. For example, when an inbound script renewal is received, the system can make the appropriate checks to make sure everything's okay with that renewal, prepares the renewal itself, and all the clinician has to do is click a button and it's executed. This will save provider organizations even more time. In fact, 2 organizations I spoke to told me they have dedicated people to do nothing but this type of work on inbound faxes. These people could either be used on other places to alleviate other frustrations or provide better service to their patients. They are definitely looking forward to implementing Hilo Genie. Now, here are a few more reactions from eClinicalWorks customers here at the summit.
I mean, the thing that came out of left field that I was not expecting was the enhancements that they did with the wearable technologies. That in itself, I didn't see coming, and that definitely had me kind of really excited. Everything got me excited, but when I saw that, I'm like, man, I can talk and be able to drive without being distracted.
Right. There's a lot of value adds that we're trying to bring in from an organization, but with ECW as a partner, there are other avenues and alternatives from some of their AI products that are revolutionary in our opinion, as well as some of the other pharmacy pieces that they've brought in. So they're keeping it fresh and keeping it real, and we're trying to continue to stay on the cutting edge as well. So yeah, we're going to capitalize on a lot of the products that they're offering to date.
Overall, I have to say there is a back to basics theme here at this year's conference. And maybe it's a function of the uncertain times we find ourselves in, or maybe it's just that providers are tired of chasing that shiny object. Either way, the announcements made here by eClinicalWorks were all very grounded and were all designed to improve productivity and reduce costs. Those 2 things are very important right now in healthcare. It's clear from the audience's reaction that eClinicalWorks is very aligned with their customers' needs. I just want to close off by saying a big thank you to eClinicalWorks for inviting us down here. It has been a great summit. And if you like this video, please mash that like button and click subscribe. Also, head over to healthcareitttoday.com where you will find more great content like this. I'm Colin Hung. Thanks for being here, and I'll catch you on the next video.